Molly, what are you doing? Settle down. No, you're too excited. Gotta get this on all messages all the time. It's freezing out here. Molly, what are you barking at? All right, I gotta get the barbecuer over here. Been a minute. What's this thing does? Show it, you guys. We're gonna grill some chicken. Charlie, knock it off. Charlie's trying to jump up and kick my ass. Quit. You little ass horse. It's a little windy out here. Let's see, I forgot how I do this. I'll be right back. Charlie, watch out. I'm gonna step on you. Got my paper towel, which I will get all wet with some lighter fluid. Just a little bit of lighter fluid. And let it kind of run down, soak in a little bit. You don't have to do too much, you don't want to play with it. Get our charcoal. Take this. I think those were supposed to pull and open the whole bag, but I just ripped it right off at the ends like an idiot. It's all right. We'll get it. I usually just take this stuff and burn it. Just add it to the fire. We're gonna grill some chicken. What's up, Damien? What's up, Tyler Stevenson? We're gonna grill some, we got some boneless, skinless thighs and a couple little, like, I think it's like basically one whole breast worth of chicken breast, but it's like cut in half. Freezing. I don't know why I thought this would be warm out here. It's getting cold. Making some chicken. Right now I'm making a pile of charcoal. You guys can't see because I don't have you over here. Hold on. Gotta pile this up a little bit on here. watch my face so I don't hit it on this. I will though, eventually. I like to stack my charcoal up kind of neatly. Doesn't matter because it's gonna fall over as soon as I put the thing on there. Put this on that I haven't used in months. And I've got just a little corner of the paper towel that I soaked in lighter fluid sticking out from underneath that. The charcoal that I'll need in there. Now I gotta go get a lighter. I'll be right back. It's lit. And that'll start burning up under there. All right, hold on. Gotta squat down here. Actually, you know what? Let's get the other legs out. Let's get you guys taller up. Hold on. Don't mind my messy yard. Don't mind it. There, now you guys are taller than me. The beard's gray today. I think it's the sun having more of a natural lighting. You can see what it looks like. Yeah, it is spring. It's supposed to be messy time. Actually, look, we've got the old, hold on. Got the old Christmas tree out here. God damn. I gotta get you guys level. Gotta get you level. And where's the, there it is. There's my old Christmas tree. It didn't quite fit in the burn pit though. Now it'll fit. Come on, Molly. Get out here. Dude, I tried to burn a pile of leaves one time down in southeast Texas. Actually, it was pine needles. And granted, it was a huge pile. You know, I took this like 8 foot by 8 foot tarp and just piled as many pine needles on it as I could. And then I drug it to my backyard and I had a burn pit. You know, it was this rock ring of bricks pretty much, but I got most of the needles to fit in there. And then I lit it on fire, and there was, you know, a ball of fire about 50 feet tall, you know, and then the fire department showed up and they were mad. And I was like, what's the big deal? What's up, Andrew Dillingham? What's up, Denver Sparky? I used to love maple leaf burn pits. Yeah, we used to burn a lot of leaves when I was a kid. Or one time we had this pile of leaves that was real wet, and my dad poured like a gallon of frickin' oil and like gas and just a bunch of crap on there, and then he lit it, and it was so wet that it didn't do much, but it was weird. It kind of blew up, but it just fluffed the leaves like about 5 feet high. Like it was weird. Like the whole pile just went and it fluffed up real big and then just kind of flattened back down, and it didn't do much after that. It didn't want to burn. All right, let's burn this shit. Let's burn this tree. It's all in my burn pit. Don't worry about it. We'll save that piece for in a minute. We gotta be safe here. Thought this was America. Yeah. Come on, America.
Can we burn? Here's some.
This ain't want to burn. I'm getting the smallest little fire right there. Oh, wait. Settle down, fire. All right, it's going. It is going. It's all in my burn pit. Don't worry about it. It's all very well contained in my burn pit. Stay right there.
Come on, Tractor. Charlie.
It's probably gonna burn itself out. There's not enough. Can't put that there. There's not enough actual wood in there. Maybe though. Yeah, don't call the fire department. Fire extinguishers? Yeah, I got a pisser. I got a whiner. Man, I should probably get some firewood on that. Help it go a little bit. My head's getting loose. Burning out down here. There's kind of some wet pizza boxes in here. That's not helping. It's not helping anything. Yeah, it's pretty nice out today. Just need a little bit more lighter fluid is all. A little bit more. Being a smart ass. Yeah, we're lumberjacking around out here. And I hope my charcoal's going. It's going, but it's slow. My axe is getting loose though. I need to put something in the end there to tighten it up. Need a beer. Fucking hey. But I don't drink. What I need is to take this shovel and go about picking up about 1,000 piles of dog shit in this yard. Because it's bad. I could try to do the garden this year. It's about the right time of year to be doing it. And I got my raspberry patch out there along the fence. They should do really good this year. Any Call of Duty? Fuck no. No Call of Poopy. Yeah, dude. Like, you know, in some ways, I really liked Cold War, and it was amazing. But in other ways, I can see where they just took all the assets for that game, or, you know, from a whole bunch of their previous Call of Duties to make that one. And they just keep doing that. You know, it's like a remake of a remake. And I don't like that shit. Yeah, it's bullshit, dude. Like, they're not actually making a new game. They're taking all this stuff from their old games, or it's like they take all their old games and they throw them in a blender, and then they fucking hit pulse a couple times, and then they just dump it out, and they're like, yeah, that looks about like a Call of Duty, you know. And that's how it was with Cold War. And then, man, BO6 come along, and it just felt like there was really no heart in that game. Like, they just didn't have any love when they made it. And then BO7, I swear to God, it's like a fucking one of those gas station reader boards where, you know, all they did is they went out there and they took the little suction cup on a stick and they grabbed the 6 off the board and they pulled it down, and then they stuck a 7 on there and they stuck it back up there on the reader board, and they said, BO7. And then everybody's supposed to get out their freaking wallets and start buying all this stupid shit all over again. And I'm just like, no, dude. I'm not. Like, it's a test at this point. Like, I think if you buy the new Call of Duty, you've failed. You've failed the test. Yeah, there's young kids willing to buy it. It's like I've said before, it's, you know, this Call of Duty that's out right now is a lot of people's first Call of Duty. So they're going to love it. They're going to love it. It's going to be their favorite for the rest of time. There's also, you know, there's the idea that when you're a content creator, you have to be playing the newest content to be relevant. And that is true. And so that keeps a lot of these games going as well. And it's, you know, it just sucks because I think everybody wants the games to improve. But the only way for them to improve is if we all stop playing them and force the developers to actually make a good game again. Because right now, they're just making games that make them a lot of money via the store, you know. Man, I got some buckets full of water over here. Those are mosquito farms, basically. Let me make sure I don't have any skeeters living in there. None yet, but I'm gonna make sure it don't happen. That's the worst. End up with 1,000 mosquitoes coming out of each bucket. When I was a little kid, my grandfather would make furniture out of, it was like, he called it red willow, but I don't know that it's actually scientifically willow, I guess. But out here in Montana, if you go out near the rivers and stuff, you'll see big clumps of this bush where all the branches are just real straight and they're red, like the bark is red. And my grandfather would cut huge patches of that and bring it home, and then he'd let it soak in a 5-gallon bucket for several weeks. And after several weeks of those branches soaking in the water, he could bend them without them breaking. And so he would bend them and make all this crazy patio furniture with the willow and stuff. And he also was breeding mosquitoes by the millions. Because I remember as a kid going out there and you could kick the buckets full of red willow and you'd see the little skeeter larvas flipping around in there. And then the only way to kill them is to dump the water out. But if you do that, your grandfather's going to get pissed. Do I ever use wood chips? Sometimes. It depends on what I'm trying to cook. If I'm like slow cooking stuff, I'll pull out some cherry or some apple chips. Hell yeah, Lewis. It's taking a hot second for this charcoal to get going. We could go throw the knives. We gotta watch Charlie the Gnarly though. He's gonna try to escape. I gotta do some work out here, you guys. The fucking, what is this? The soffit right here.
Kirby.
It's falling apart. Nasty fly patties, yep. Nobody wants to live there. Eating flies. I have not thrown knives this year. So this could be kind of embarrassing. I might lose you guys too. I don't know. Sometimes the Wi-Fi kicks off out here and then it kicks my whole stream off. So if that happens, I'll see you guys later. Look, this bush has been dying all freaking winter. I had to get out here 3 different times. See all that white, like standing trees? All that's laying there was standing there with the rest of it. But it's died so much this winter that I've had to get out here and cut it several times. Yep, got some spring work ahead of me. I don't even know where I'm supposed to stand. You want some turkeys? I think I found it. Yeah, the turkeys are talking shit. They're way down the road though. Let's see. They're like way down there. Yeah, they're probably making their burgers out of like half Impossible, half real meat, and just not telling us. Bad. We got one. We got one. I gotta learn no spin. I'm scared of it though. Scared of the no spin. Let me think here. It's gotta be like push. Nope. Ooh. I cannot figure it out. I am not ready. No spin is fucked. I'll figure it out one of these days. Shit. Three. At least the ones that I'm sticking are sticking in the target. Yeah, they really bounce back if you do no spin because you hit all weird. Still not exact on where I'm standing. We got four. a knife throwing machine. Oh, I'm rusty. Super rusty. This is the montage. No, I would not want knives thrown at me. Not even by somebody who wasn't good at it. Fuck. 1 out of 6, I'll get you. Fucking terrible. Nope. Nope. Huh? Yeah, I know. Notice they're staying way far away right now. The neighbor just drove by and said, I need to throw them at the turkeys. Nobody likes the turkeys. They're annoying little fucks. What's up, Nutella? No one likes Nutella either. Just kidding. Ow. Man, I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Something. We're about ready to go check that charcoal here in a second. One more volley here. This is for all the marbles. The Cinderella story. Fuck. You fucker. We'll do 2 at once. Fuck. Terrible. But 1 out of 6 though. I'll get you. That's in there. Right in the neck. All right. I'm holding them by the handle like this. I'll show you. I'm doing like a full rotation. I want to learn no spin, but I'm stupid and bad at it. I can't figure it out. Like that. But yeah, I am very much an amateur at throwing knives. I have these Hibbins I've had for a couple years now. I had to touch up the tips a little bit. They're probably not the best. Actually, there's a guy on YouTube named Adam Saladin. He's a monster at throwing knives, and he makes his own. And I really want to get some, but they're really expensive.
from the UK, and the ones you bought are a lot smaller, but they only seem to land if you throw from the tip. Yeah, I think if you're putting a rotation on the spin or on the blade, like if you're throwing it and it's flipping through the air, then it's all about where you stand, you know, and how far away you are from the target. Because, you know, you got to work on your muscle memory for throwing consistently and sticking with, probably if you're holding by the tip, then you're just doing a half spin, you know, and you're probably like 2 or 3 meters from the target, you know, and if you double that distance and hold it by the handle, you should also stick, and the blade will just complete that rotation basically. Charcoal's warm now. Oh yeah, we're making some chicken over here on my dirty barbecuer. It's real dirty. There, I cleaned it. Perfect. You want to move to the US? Hell yeah, dude. Come on in. When you get here, it's going to be kind of like the beginning of Robin Hood Men in Tights. We're going to be like, tights, quivers, arrows.
Yeah. Sorry.
No, you're fine. I got some water, you guys, and I got the chicken. Got some water with some lemon in it. Delicious. Why am I walking around in a mud puddle now, Wog? Mollywog. Mollywog is my dog, or one of them anyway. I think my fire went out in my burn pit over there. That's all right. I got enough fire going over here. I gotta worry about cold. It's kind of, actually, now that I've been moving around and throwing knives and got this fire going, I am gonna take my sweater off. You guys didn't get to see the fatness as I took the sweater off. It's 1 a.m. there. Look, I'm growing my hair out, you guys. I'm going for a Conway Twitty look. Hello, darling. Yeah, there's patches of snow around. I don't think there's any here in town, though. I don't know. No truffle shuffle? Not for you, Lewis. Gotta pay extra for that shit. All right. We gotta scrape the barbecuer. I like to scrape all the shit off the barbecuer from last time. All right. This chicken is looking real good. Whoa. Try to get these sorted out, you know, as far as how they're going to lay on the grill. I see it. These thighs like roll up on themselves, you know, it's kind of tough to get them to lay out sometimes. These thick thighs. Oh yeah. Yeah, the sizzle. It's all about the sizzle. Sizzle me timbers. Yeah. Now we're just gonna go for about 45 minutes on each side until they're about as black as the grill itself. And then they'll be done. Did I? No, I meant 4 or 5 minutes on each side. My bad, not 45 minutes. What's up, Charlie? We're sizzling some chicken. And I was drinking some water. I've been drinking a lot of water. It's actually all I really drink. Getting a nice little char on my chicken. You're just playing this game this weekend called Plucky Squire. Interesting. It's a puzzle game. And the reason you don't recommend it is because you and your friend were playing it and you ran into a bug and it made you mad. Oh, that sucks. That's no good. Game-breaking bugs should not be in games that we have to pay for. A little bit of blackness on there ain't gonna hurt nobody. Here, check it. Oh, let me check my breast here. Look at that. This one is sitting in the coolest part of the grill here. Need to turn it, rotate, close with. You had Jimmy Hibachi tonight for dinner? Well, lucky. I won't tell Callie though. She'll get really jealous. I don't even know what it is, but it sounds good. I'm the hibachi tonight. You hit the like, I appreciate it, man. Kick the like from the top rope. Do like a double leg flying kick off the top rope. Hell yeah. Now, when I put my charcoal down in here, I only put it on half the cooking surface, right? So basically, I'm gonna get a nice char on each side of these pieces of chicken. And then I'm gonna drag them over here to the, not directly over the charcoal side, where they'll pretty much bake for the rest of the time. just a little burnt. Not bad though. I can handle that. You know, when you slice this, it'll be just that little bit of burn on the end of each piece, which is pretty good actually. I like it. Yeah, Callie likes char on her chicken. I know that. I know this, man. I do use a one flip rule for steaks and burgers, but I don't use that rule when it comes to chicken. Chicken is chicken. As long as you don't overcook it, it'll be all right. That's looking done. Well, as far as grill, as far as the char, it's done. That one is not. Now that the other one's out of the way, we'll move it over there. When it comes to Jimmy Hibachi, you can get chicken or shrimp combo, and you can get steak, shrimp, or steak and chicken, or just chicken and chicken. You can get steak and chicken. You can get steak and steak. You can get shrimp and shrimp, I bet. You want all that with a side of this barbecue chicken? Hell yeah. We're having some pasta salad. And I think that's it. I take it there won't be any side dishes. All right, those are charred enough. Now they're gonna come over here to the cool side. That's charred enough too. Chardy McDennis style. There's a little piece of chicken. Put the lid on for about, we'll go about 5 minutes. You guys got 5 minutes before it's dinner time. That's tart. It's my mollywog. I've got barbecue sauce on my fingers. Hey, what's up, Fear? I'll be right back. I gotta go rinse my hand off. Hell yeah. Callie's making cornbread muffins. Make sure I don't put any barbecue sauce in my hair. Seeing the number 316 a lot recently. Yeah, I think there's a lot of weird things going on in the world right now. The forces of good and evil are in an actual battle. And so I think you're going to see a lot of that. You're going to see a lot of good and you're going to see a lot of evil all over the place. You can only get the vegetables in a Jimmy Hibachi meal if you get the deluxe. Well, then I don't need it because I don't want vegetables. Stone Cold 316 reminds you of high school. Hell yeah, dude. Yep. Well, and I think, I don't even know, was it? I think it was just popular to have signs that said John 3:16, you know, in the crowd of just about any sporting event during the 90s. At least that's what I can remember. Seemed like they were everywhere. Life is a game. Yeah, I've heard that expression. I see some people living life like it's a game. You know, some people live life like it's Monopoly. Some people live life like it's Grand Theft Auto. I remember playing a game called The Game of Life when I was a kid. And I'd always have to be like a mechanic or something, you know, and you'd make like 30,000 a year, but you could just randomly be a doctor. You know, it was a lot like real life, right? Like you just end up born into some stupid profession that didn't make you a lot of money, and then somehow you land on a space with this chick, and then you end up with a car full of kids. Every time you stop somewhere, you're losing more money. Meanwhile, your little brother just became the doctor, and he's like getting through the whole game with like one kid. He's making about 100 G's a month. You're just like, what the fuck? I didn't know how close to real life that game actually was. You always won Monopoly? I always lost Monopoly. I couldn't figure it out. It's probably why I'm poor in real life. There's a life lesson inside of some of these games. Got my meat thermometer out here. It's just been sitting out here on the barbecue all winter. I wiped it off though, don't worry. Let's see what our chicken's looking at. Wait. It's hard to read that shit. I think the battery might be going dead. 147, 150. Yeah, it's hot. Oh, hot. Clocking in at about 155 degrees. Oh, that's done. That's definitely done. Let's see about this piece right here. 146. Not quite ready yet. Thighs are done though. Move that up a little closer. A little closelier. I'm gonna go get a plate. Wait. There's a bit of a delay. All right, get these thighs on the plate. Looking great. I could just wait and stop rhyming. Fuck. The breasts are almost done. Hurry up, breasts. The breasts always want to look good, presentable. We need them together. Get a little cleavage here between my breasts. I just need a hot dog that I could put between my breasts. Send you a piece, you got it. I'll get it uploaded into my reverse quadrupulating microwave and then email it to you pretty quick here. I haven't used it this year, but this is the first time I've used my barbecuer all year. But yeah, I plan on using that thing a lot this year. The rotisserie. The Monster Garage rotisserie. That'll be $50. It'd be $60 if you want me to add chili. Somehow the chicken is cooling down. Screw you, chicken. Quit playing with me. I'm hungry. Gotta get it back up on the heat. I'm thinking this piece is probably done. It looks done. Get it up there. Chicken does this weird thing too where it will continue to cook after you pull it off the heat. I didn't believe that shit when I first seen it, you know. But like if you go to fry chicken tenders at a fast food restaurant, what they'll do is they'll cook them for like 3.5, 4 minutes. And if you pull those chicken tenders right out of the fryer at that point and rip them in half, they'll be raw in the middle. But if you put those chicken tenders straight into that cardboard box thing that they come in and then just let them sit there for like another 60 seconds and then break them in half, they're fully cooked. It's like the chicken continues to cook in the box basically. Which you need to be aware of that when you go to order chicken at a fast food restaurant. If you go to McDonald's and you order a chicken sandwich and they get that thing out to you in under 5 minutes, it's going to be lava between two pieces of bread. So be very careful because that thing's going to be extremely hot. And you may want to let it sit for a few minutes so that it can actually finish cooking. Because a lot of these places do that where they'll kick it out early under the impression that it will have time to finish cooking. But some people will just pull it right out. Like one time I went to McDonald's and I ordered a crispy chicken sandwich, and then me and my friend got pulled forward to the parking lot because they weren't, the chicken sandwich takes like 6 minutes to cook, right? Well, I didn't know that. I had no idea. So I'm just an idiot sitting in the parking lot. And they bring the bag out to us and we get our food, and I'm hungry, dude. So I just pull my sandwich out and immediately take a bite. And I think there might have been a pocket of grease in there, or it was just super hot. But either way, it burned my mouth really bad. Like it fucked my mouth up. For about a week, I couldn't eat like anything salty or, And I didn't order a chicken sandwich like that for years because it just screwed me up, Then I found out from working at a Dairy Queen that that's what they do with the chicken, especially the big chicken patty, like the one you get at a restaurant for the sandwich. It usually takes 5 to 6 minutes to cook. And, if you go to eat it right when you get it, it's gonna burn you. All right, I'm gonna bring this chicken in, you guys. Hold on. Watch out, Charlie. Yeah, mouth burns are terrible. It's no good. Do you have pot noodles in the US? Like hot, like ramen noodles and shit? Do you mean like the little noodle hot pots and whatnot? They're getting to be more popular where you see like if you go in the ramen aisle, there's fucking like the big plastic hot pots basically, right? Like it's a self-cooking noodle setup basically. They are getting to be more and more popular, but they're just kind of starting, I guess. Like I've seen a lot of food videos. We watch a channel called Dancing Bacon, and they go and they eat that shit all over the place, you know. But yeah, it's not, I mean, it is here, but it's like not that crazy yet. But things like that are pretty popular. Easy foods, you know. Freaking adults eating Uncrustables and shit. Not me, but there's people doing that. But yeah, we've got pretty much most foods in America, you know. It depends on where you live in the US. See, I live in Montana, and we don't have a lot of diversity of food. You know, there's not a lot of spices used. There's just not a lot of flavor in the food. We have Mexican food restaurants, but when you go there, if you're from like Texas or something, it's going to be really disappointing. There's just not a lot of flavor in the food, and they make it that way on purpose because the people here will get pissed off. Like if you actually feed them a salsa that's spicy, they'll be like, no, this is too spicy, you know. And so it's got to be tamed down, and because of that, it's just not the same. It's not that good, you know. It's regional basically, right? Like if you live in the south of the US, like in Texas or New Mexico or California, you probably have badass Mexican food, you know. And then if you live like in the Northeast, like up in Maine or something, you've got excellent oysters and lobster and shit. And then out here in Montana, we've got deer. We've got deer and potatoes and some huckleberries, which they're good, but you know, you need some diversity in your flavors. That's, you know, I think why England has so much curry, because they just needed something other than fish and chips. But yeah, I would be totally open to any new restaurants coming to my town, because it is boring here with the food. Like the best food that we have, we make ourselves. And that kind of sucks, you know. It's nice to live in a place where you can go out to a restaurant and have a meal that is superior to what you can make. And that does not exist here. Anyway, I'm going to go eat because I'm hungry. So you guys have a good one, and I'll see you next time.